started working, I realized कि लोगों के लिए काम करने से ही या तुम लोगों के साथ काम करने से ही तुम ग्रो हो सकते हो.
Hello all, hope you're doing great. I would like to first thank you all for showering such love to me and this channel. It's been overwhelming response I have received from my friends and from few people on this. So thanks for showering that love. Feel free to share, comment, like, dislike, and subscribe to this channel. Looking for more such interesting conversation. Today I have a very interesting guest. The guest is Prerna. This is the first time I'm talking to her, and this is happening for the first time in this series that I'm talking to a person who I've not spoken earlier. So this particular experience would be very interesting for me, uh, and uh, and she is from a org which works with grassroots people. Jagori she has been part of this development sector for a good 3+ years, and she has also worked volunteered with multiple organizations. So help me invite Prerna. Hi Prerna.
Hi Akshay.
How are you?
I'm good. Just wanted to correct one small thing. The organization's name is Jagori Gramin. So
Okay.
Jagori Rural. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for pointing me out and correcting me. So thanks for joining, Prerna. It's nice that we have you on the chat today. How
My pleasure.
how is pandemic helping you out, Prerna?
Ah, very bad. So I think it was for me, at least 2020 was a lot difficult. So I was doing part-time things and few small projects with different organizations. And 2020 में मैंने 2020 की शुरुआत में मैंने decide किया था कि okay, now I want to do full-time work. So I was like, and I was trying to find full-time work, but then because I already had part-time thing, I was not paying utna, like I wasn't giving utna importance to finding a new job or full-time job. So 2020 ke start mein, I was like, let's quit everything and do job hunting. And once I start, like I did that, and the pandemic happened. So मुझे जहां से लोग हायर करने वाले भी थे, वो लोगों ने कहा कि sorry, bye bye. Right now we are not hiring anyone because we don't know how it's going to be and all. So मतलब being jobless, being financially dependent on the family, I think that was very difficult for me. So 2020 was very difficult. और उसके बाद also like I think after August, organizations started hiring back again. But then again वो rejection cycle कि नहीं, you are less qualified or you are overqualified वाली चीज बहुत हो रही थी. And then so I had like lost hope and everything. I was like, कि मिल जाए बस कुछ तो भी. But I think luckily 2021 was a good start for me. So I have been applying to so many organizations and all. So yeah, and so I applied here also. Like I got to know they have a vacancy, and then I applied. And so because past में I had this experience applying to hundreds of organizations, उसमें से 4 लोग reply, मतलब just even 4 लोग मेल का respond करते हैं. Interview और selection process तो दूर की बात है. So, and because Jagori being such a huge name, I didn't expect a reply from them. But then, yeah, I am here right now. So it was a long 2-month process, but then I moved here. I moved here in April. Like I moved here and then again the lockdown happened. But then luckily for me, like the first month I was getting paid to be in the mountains. So that was there. And then yeah, I've been here working since April, trying to figure out and understand, build my life and livelihood here. So it's been an interesting
Yes.
journey.
Nice. So Prerna, before even moving into your development sector journey, we would like to know where are you from and where did you complete your school education, college education, and other aspects.
So I am from Mumbai, and my schooling, college, everything was done in Mumbai. And so while growing up, also I never thought that I would want to leave Mumbai. मतलब it's like Mumbai मेरी जान types. नहीं छुटता मुंबई, मुंबई के बाहर नहीं रह सकते वाली चीज. But then I also wanted to live alone वाला चीज था. So I remember I wanted to go out for studies. I asked my father क्या जाने दो करके. So I was like पागल है क्या? सब मुंबई आते हैं and then you want to go out वाली चीज. And then same for work also. So once I started working, I have been asking my parents यार जाने दो बाहर. But वही ना कि दे लाइक कि पूरी दुनिया मुंबई आती है और तेरे को मुंबई छोड़ के जाना है. वो वाला हमेशा रहा है. इसके ऊपर मैं आगे बोलूंगी. बट देन या सो आई डिड माय स्कूलिंग सब मुंबई सबर्ब्स में एंड देन कॉलेज मुंबई टाउन में. डिड माय बैचलर्स इन साइकोलॉजी एंड पॉलिटिकल साइंस. एंड सो बहुत क्लियर रहा था कि साइकोलॉजी में ही करना है एंड ऑल. स्कूल से ही बहुत क्लियर था. बट कॉलेज में आके थोड़ा सा बहक गई थी मैं. एंड ऑल्सो रियलाइज कि मैं पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकती. सो I also wanted some time to figure out exactly what I want to do and all, and what exactly I'm good at. Because I realized one thing while studying psychology was I love reading about it. I love knowing about it and understanding about it. But then I don't know if I want to practice that long term. So
Hmm.
that was a realization which education helped me with. So वो था. And then फिर graduation हुआ. So like ev- तो वो एक मुंबई में स्पेशली और वो एक रैट रेस सबके दिमाग में है ही. तो मेरे दिमाग में भी तो वो था ही कि स्कूल हो गई, कॉलेज हो गई. स्कूल में ऐसे था कि टॉप कॉलेजेस में पढ़ना है तो टॉप कॉलेज में चले गए. टॉप कॉलेज में थे तब ऐसे था कि भाई मास्टर्स करना है तो अच्छी जगह से करना है वरना नहीं करना है. तो आफ्टर माय ग्रेजुएशन आई वाज लाइक अच्छा मेरे को अभी क्लैरिटी नहीं है मास्टर्स किस में करना है कैसे करना है. तो लेट्स टेक अ ब्रेक. लेट्स वर्क एंड फाइंड आउट व्हाट you want to do and you want to explore in your life. And then I did the Gender Lab Fellowship immediately after my graduation. And I think that was a turning point in my life, the whole fellowship and the whole journey. फिर उसमें रियलाइज हुआ कि भाई पढ़ाई तो करनी नहीं है, मास्टर्स नहीं करना है. फिर वो एक अलग जर्नी की मास्टर्स नहीं करना है. ओ माय गॉड ऐसे कैसे हो जाएगा. बिना मास्टर्स के तो तुम सर्वाइव ही नहीं कर सकते. बट या सो दैट्स देयर. इट्स बीन अ जर्नी.
Nice. So, how did this transformation happen from studying to fellowship in development sector? What was that challenge like?
So the thing is, I didn't know only कि डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर क्या होता है, सोशल सेक्टर क्या होता है, इसके बारे में कोई आइडिया ही नहीं था. बिकॉज आई कम फ्रॉम अ मारवाड़ी फैमिली. मतलब हम मेरे खानदान में दूर दूर तक किसी ने नौकरी भी नहीं की. हमारे बिजनेस है, नौकरी हम किसी के नीचे काम नहीं करते. तो नौकरी का तो कोई आइडिया था नहीं. और एनजीओ होते हैं और वो सब था बैक मतलब लाइक. बट देन बिकॉज इमीडिएट सर्कल में किसी ने कुछ किया नहीं था, कुछ था नहीं. फ्रेंड्स भी सब मारवाड़ी गुजराती थे बिकॉज ऑफ द लोकेलिटी. तो कुछ पता नहीं था कि हाउ द व्हाट द सेक्टर इज एंड हाउ द सेक्टर वर्क्स, और फिर वो एज एन आउटसाइडर ही रहे हैं कि डोनेशन दे दिया वाला चीज होता था। बट फिर देन आई थिंक, तो मेरे लिए ना, सो व्हाइल आई वाज कंप्लीटिंग माय ग्रेजुएशन, मेरे को बहुत सो मैं बहुत ऐसे I was like stuck or somewhere because I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, because while वो जो college के years थे, the early adulthood, teenage basically, मैं एक अच्छी बेटी बनने के इसमें थी। तो मेरा फर्स्ट फिल्टर ही ये होता था हर चीज का, हर छोटे से छोटे डिसीजन का फर्स्ट फिल्टर ये होता था कि घर पे ये एक्सेप्टेबल होगा या नहीं। तो या एक्सेप्टेबल से ज्यादा घर वालों को चलेगा या नहीं वाली चीज। बट देन फिर जब मैं लास्ट ईयर ऑफ कॉलेज में थी, और जब मुझे मेरे लाइफ का नेक्स्ट डिसीजन लेना था अबाउट व्हाट आई वांट टू डू विथ माय लाइफ एंड करियर, बिकॉज मतलब मुझे मेरे लाइक्स डिसलाइक्स के बारे में पता ही नहीं हो रहा था। लाइक आई कुडंट पिक थिंग्स बिकॉज इट वाज लाइक, because the first filter was only family, so
Correct.
I couldn't think only and pinpoint things. So then and also like I couldn't blame it on my family ki you did this to me, because they didn't do anything. It was my decision कि मुझे अच्छी बेटी बनना है वाला। एक तो जो ये सोशल नॉर्म जो डाला हुआ है बहुत ही बेकार सा। So then I was like, after graduation I was like, no, it's high time. I want to figure out my life and I want to take charge of my life.
Mm-hmm.
So then like the fellowship is the best place I feel when you want to, learn things about yourself, because jitna you can learn in a fellowship, utna I don't think so you can learn anywhere. So I did that, and then so when I got into the fellowship and when I started working, then I was introduced to the social sector and how organizations work and the cause and all things. So then all the pieces of my life started to fall in place, because I always wanted to do something with people. तो मेरे को साइकोलॉजी करना था, बिकॉज आई मतलब आई वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड ह्यूमन माइंड एंड इमोशंस। सो कहीं ना कहीं लोगों के साथ ही काम करना। तो जब सोशल सेक्टर में आई तो ऐसे हुआ कि ओ वाह, ओके, there's this whole sector and there are people who work for people and also you get paid for it. So then yeah, so by the end of my fellowship I decided कि अच्छा अब मुझे social sector में ही काम करना है. So that was finalized.
Oh, wow. So you brought a very interesting point, right? You wanted to लोगों के साथ रहना, and then you started moving towards लोगों के लिए रहना, right? What did you discover in that particular aspect of your life?
So, actually, there's no specific moment or incident I can share this, because ना ये भी बहुत gendered रहा है. So if you will meet any of my friends or anything, they'll call me कि तू मतलब हमारी माँ है types, because I'm the person who is always like taking care of things and all. So it's very gendered thing कि मुझे बचपन से मैंने मेरी mom को देखा है, and I have I have always and only seen her giving and taking care वाली चीज. तो अब वो मेरा भी behavior हो गया. So that is one part of my identity as well. तो वो लोगों के साथ काम करने वाला, तो पहले तो ऐसे था कि ये रियलाइजेशन बहुत जल्दी हो गया था कि डेस्क जॉब नहीं करना है. तो I want people around me, or at least I wanted to be somewhere जहाँ पे एक तो लोग हो और दूसरा वो रैट रेस वाली चीज की, मतलब सब ऐसे दौड़ नहीं रहे हो, किसी का कुछ फायदा हो वाली चीज ऐसे. एंड देन व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग, तो लोगों के लिए काम करना वाला जो चीज है, तो व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग आई रियलाइज्ड कि लोगों के लिए काम करने से ही या तुम लोगों के साथ काम करने से ही तुम ग्रो हो सकते हो. So your individual growth is dependent or मतलब उसका speed is dependent on people around you, and it keeps you grounded when you are working with people and for people.
Right,
So
right.
that thing hit me.
What that's something really great, right? Moving with it, what kind of child were you in your growing days, Prerna?
I was I had phases. मैं पहले तो बहुत शाय थी, बहुत शाय थी. Extreme introvert, baby, used to cry, used to feel bad about छोटी सी कोई भी चीज हो गई, किसी ने बोल दिया. Then in my adolescence, like once I was in, so my 12, 13 to 17, this period was my extreme extrovert period. स्कूल में बड़ा गैंग है, चिल्लम चिल्ली मस्ती, ये वो, full like huge gang, full teenage fights, full drama, attention, this that. And then फिर बाद में कॉलेज में आने के बाद वो वापस से एक्सट्रोवर्ट साइड शांत हो गया. फिर वो बैलेंस of introvert and extrovert, and accepting कि अच्छा ठीक है, you are not an extrovert, you are an introvert, so just calm down. So yeah, it was like that.
So,
Yeah.
so when you're saying that in college everyone got occupied with their own lives, what was Prerna occupied with?
Prerna was occupied in being a अच्छी बेटी.
Being a sorry?
Being a अच्छी बेटी.
Acha, okay.
So because I didn't have a happening college life, and it's not that I didn't have a happening college life. I chose to not have a happening college life because there were multiple things around happening in my personal life as well. So, और because वो school life इतना high पे था, तो ऐसे था कि college life थोड़ा low पे रखते हैं, बहुत high पे नहीं लेके जाना है. So yeah, that was there was, so I had few friends उस time, इतना ये नहीं था. And then I also, वो चीज हमेशा, तो I also used to bunk my college a lot of times just to be at home, or घर पे कुछ काम होगा तो just make that an issue or a reason to not go to college वाला भी होता था. So
Okay.
I was just trying to be a perfect daughter, nothing else. But in the process, I forgot that education is also a part of being a perfect daughter.
Okay. Yeah, what was your next after fellowship at Gender Lab? What was your next thing you wanted to do in life?
So during the fellowship, I realized कि अच्छा चलो social sector में काम करना है. So I had two options. A, continue working with the Gender Lab, or B, go find some other job or it. And it was very difficult to leave the Gender Lab because they are like, BRM and TGL are, I think, the most amazing spaces I have been. And it was very difficult because many of my friends were still continuing to work there. So it was a very difficult decision for me to take to not work with the Gender Lab. I decided because मेरे लिए ऐसे था कि it will be an easy way to directly start working with the Gender Lab. I wanted to, and also because I didn't have that much clarity on the type of work I want to do. So then after the fellowship, I was like, yeah, I want to explore the sector. So I started volunteering with different types of organizations. I was doing part-time. Uh, I was working part-time with One Future Collective, and I took a few small projects with more different organizations. So, and while I was with One Future Collective, I visited many organizations. So uske wajah se I met many different people. So 2 years, I think 2019, especially, so 2018, 2019 was, especially 2019 was the year where I explored the most. Matlab, every month I used to travel. Every month I used to travel to some other place, some new state, and meet people from different organizations. So yeah, that was there. And so all of this helped me to realize ki acha, uh, I want to. So it took 2 years for me to figure out what kind of job profile I want, and how I want to work, or where I want to work. So I think these 2 years helped me to realize कि अच्छा मुंबई छोड़ देते हैं. uh, because I wanted to live alone. uh, B, मुंबई यार, मुंबई की हवा में स्ट्रेस है. You are always running, and तुम कितना भी करो वो enough नहीं. Be it corporate or be it social sector, anywhere, any job in Mumbai, you will never feel satisfied. You always want to keep doing it, keep running. So I was like, I can't survive like this. uh, I want to have a thoda slow pace life, thoda calm life. And first thing was that, and another thing was कि I wanted to move out. I was like, बहुत हो गया, खुद का घर चाहिए, खुद खुद रहना है, खुद खाना बनाना है, खाना है. So yes, and then I moved to Himachal.
Wow.
I think इतने साल का वो मतलब journey, struggle, or whatever you call, it made me land here in the paradise.
In paradise.
So
Yes, Himachal is a
yes.
paradise in many ways. What's your take on gender and gender biases?
uh, yeah, I am a feminist. I
Okay.
have worked with, so I'm very much particular about in which organization I'm working. I'm like, I can't work, like, I want to work in a feminist organization only.
Okay.
And then so I think 2-3 years of my experience have made me realize कि मेरे को gender पे ही काम करना है, और एटलीस्ट उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में काम करना है जो भले जेंडर इशू पे काम नहीं कर रही हो, बट एटलीस्ट फेमिनिस्ट पर्सपेक्टिव से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रन कर रही हो. सो या, world is a sexist place.
Okay.
All of us are trying, struggling, and working hard to bring equality or equity. I don't know, whichever comes first.
Okay. Okay. What are your struggles finding organization with the mindset you were searching with, like a proper feminist organization? What were those struggles like?
I think it's an ongoing struggle, because you will never know how the organization functions until and unless you work there.
Correct.
I have been very lucky that I got, like, I always worked with organizations who at least worked and functioned on feminist principles. Uh, but yeah, and also, like, right now, the organization I'm working at, is not completely as feminist as the urban organizations would say. वही ना, वो rural context बहुत अलग हो जाता है. So working in like at grassroots level and having an organization of 50 people, hiring the locals, so बहुत levels पे it's not up to the mark, but yeah, it has been a struggle. So, and also like to answer your question, how to find an organization. तो ना मेरा जो वो लास्ट ईयर का 1 साल का जो जॉबलेसनेस वाला फेज था, इट वाज आल्सो बिकॉज आई वाज नॉट आई यूज्ड टू नॉट अप्लाई टू ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस इजीली. मतलब मेरे लिए ऐसे बहुत होता था कि आई यूज्ड टू रीड द जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन, अच्छा द वर्क इज इंटरेस्टिंग. फर्स्ट मेरे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था कि व्हाट्स द प्रोफाइल आई विल बी वर्किंग. तो until and unless the profile seems to be interesting to me, मैं अप्लाई नहीं करती थी. और दूसरा फिर बाद में बैकग्राउंड चेक ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, वेबसाइट्स एंड वर्क, वो सब देख के थोड़ा बहुत तो आइडिया आ जाता है. And because I have been in the sector for a while, like for 3-4 years now, so you know people who know people, so there's always there, or you might have heard about it or anything, and there met someone somewhere. That has always helped me to find out.
Okay. So it's a very interesting thing where you say that you do the background check on the organization and what kind of profile you would like to fit for yourself, right? That's an interesting way to take your career forward. Prerna, now, like as you said, right, your shift from urban to rural India, it's itself is a journey in itself, and we can have long talks on that. But what is that one source where Prerna receive her 100% happiness from, right?
I don't know.
Acha. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I,
what?
I I suffer from depression, so
Okay.
I don't know what happiness is.
Okay.
So,
How?
but then the majority of the time, like when my parents specifically appreciate what I do, one source of happiness is that, and another is uh, when you experience change, like the work which you do, and then भले वो बहुत छोटा हो, जैसे for example I work with girls, so like I work with adolescent girls and we talk about menstrual taboos and all stuff. So when a girl comes and tells me कि आज मैं मेरे periods पे मंदिर गई and I also convinced my mother to do that, it's a very small thing. अगर इतना भी हो गया, तो for me it's like it makes me happy. It's
Nice.
like जो भी पूरा सब कुछ कर रहे हैं रोज, जो भी हो रहा है, it's satisfying, it's enough.
That's the power of social change. I feel that more than us, it's the change we are trying to bring gives us happiness, and that's
Yeah.
what I love about the development sector. So Prerna, what about your current organization? What they are doing? What is their intent? And how can people support or contribute the organization you are working with right now?
So Jagori Gramin, I think the organization has been working your almost like 20 years, around something. I don't know exactly, but yeah, around 20 years. So it's like the founders are same as Delhi Jagori, like Aba Bhaiya, and yeah, so this is Aba Bhaiya's organization, and So we work on, so there are like different projects, and yeah, the core is we work on gender equality. So, but then the programs here are very much designed and centered uh, with context to Himachal's geography. So there's organic farming, and so Himachal mein there are a lot of female farmers, and no one talks about them. So, or no one considered female farmers as farmers. मतलब किसान दिमाग में सबको धोती वाला आदमी ही आएगा, अगर कोई भी किसान सुनेगा तो किसी के भी दिमाग में किसान सुन के औरत नहीं आती है. So they work here around sustainable farming with female farmers. Then there's another program on women's leadership. So village level pe encouraging women to take part and participate in their civil issues and civic issues and politics and basically governance. Then there's another program which works on health, women's health. There's another program on eliminating gender-based violence, and so they have a feminist court. We have a Nari Adalat your functioning. So people with their domestic disputes and fights, they come here and we help them to find whatever they want, especially women. Like men also do come with their cases, but yeah, so that's there. And then there's there's another program on which I am the coordinator for, is adolescent girls program, Agas. So we work, so it's the Agas program is combination of all the other programs. It's like we train the adolescent girls, like we make them aware about their health, we make them aware about gender biases, stereotypes, and we want them to become future leaders. So we train them around that. So basically full capacity building, make them aware about different forms of violences and all, and help them through the journey to be self-sustaining and a confident woman. So yeah, that's there.
And how can individuals support or contribute to your organization?
I think every organization तुम check दे दो, सब खुश हो जाएंगे.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, like so always donations are always helpful. You can buy sustainable, sorry, not sustainable, buy chemical free vegetables and grains from our organization. We do, like, we have farms, we grow rice and wheat, all chemical free basically, vegetables, seasonal vegetables, and Ayurvedic medicines. So always buy those things, encourage us, support sustainability.
Nice.
Yeah.
So thanks, Prerna. This brings to the last segment of this conversation. The last segment is something which I am always fascinated about. This segment is called "What If Moment," right? And this is something which I'll put you on the spot, right? And where I'll invite you to share one what if moment in your life which you think you would like to change.
My God. What if moment I would like to change? Mm. If you had asked me this question 3 years ago, like before joining the social sector. तो उस टाइम पे मैं तुमको बोलती कि like I also wanted to pursue mass media. uh, तो 3 साल के मतलब like before joining the sector I would have told कि यार I would have changed that moment while choosing my bachelor's degree. But now, I don't know, there's a specific moment or not, but then I would like to change a habit of mine, if that's acceptable as an answer.
Okay.
I would like to communicate more. Like, all my friends out there know कि प्रेरणा कॉल नहीं करती है, प्रेरणा का communication बहुत बेकार. So I would like to change that.
So yeah, that's it, Prerna. Thanks for having conversation. It's been nice and interesting to hear your perspective on gender, your family, your education, and we wish you all the best for your future endeavors at your organization, and wishing your organization as well to attain what they are trying to achieve through connecting with farmers, adolescents, female. And thanks for having this conversation. It's been pleasure to host you today.
Thank you so much